All right, I would like to start with a question. How many of you recognize that character on the screen right now? Well, a fair few of you. Well, this is Apu from The Simpsons. He'll come back later. He's quite critical to my talk. My name is Matias Sol. I was born in a country in Latin America called El Salvador. It's right under Guatemala, making me, obviously, Latino. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you some experiences from my family, as well as giving you insights as to why the Latino stereotypes portrayed in the media affect Latino people in real life. Stereotype is defined as an often untrue or misleading belief that many people hold about all people or things of one characteristic. In this case, that characteristic is being Latino. The first case study I want to talk about is Spooky. Spooky is a character from the show called On My Block. It's one of the most popular shows on Netflix. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. And it's been one of the most popular shows on Netflix for the past couple of years. Now, the problem that I have with Spooky personally is that he is promoting this untrue belief that Latinos are dangerous and gang-related. He's a gangster in the show, and in the show, he even ropes his little brother into a gang. This, again, portrays the belief that everyone in Latin America has some sort of gang connection. The next character that I want to talk about is Fez. I'm sure a lot of you recognize him as well. Fez is from the popular show, That 70s Show, and now more recently, That 90s Show. Again, That 70s Show is one of the most popular shows on TV of all time. Fez was actually a bit of a groundbreaking character, as he was the first Latino in a major role of a sitcom. However, he was the comic relief character on his sitcom. In the show, Fez spoke with a racist accent. He was depicted as an illegal immigrant. He was a bumbling fool. And this creates a lot of stereotypes that we can see in different forms of media for Latino people. Often, we are the butt of jokes in these shows and shows and movies. This stereotyping affects people in the real world. And now, with permission, I'm going to share with you just some of my family's experiences with stereotyping. So, first off, my aunt Rocio. She worked at a call center where she would call United States clients. Now, these United States clients would hang up on her. They would think that she was stupid and unable to understand them in English, even though she's fluent in English. My aunt Flor was taking a driving test exam in another country. And when she went for her exam, she was told by her examiner that being a Salvadorian woman, there was no way she was able to drive. Now, my Aunt Flor has been driving me around my whole life and is one of the best drivers that I know personally. Her exam lasted no longer than 10 minutes, and she was given the lowest possible score. Now, my stepfather, Francisco, who lives in California, San Francisco, was getting his car washed one day, casually, when a man walks into the store and tossed him his keys and said, "Go fetch my car." Now, from my stepdad's own words, he saw me and believed that I worked at a car wash, despite me not being in uniform, clearly being in line for my own car to be washed, and being in a wheelchair. The last thing that I want to talk about is my mother's experiences. Now, my mother worked at her last school. She's a teacher. She worked at her last school for over 10 years. She was loyal to the school, and she was qualified for the positions that she was given. Now, the problem was that this school, as well as many other schools around the globe, and specifically in Latin America, don't hire natives for their executive level positions. My mother was able to get this job due to a medical emergency. Now that my mother's at a new job, it is still commonplace, despite her groundbreaking entry into those executive levels, it is still commonplace for natives to not be hired at all in these executive level positions. This stereotyping is creating an effect inside of Latin America, where we ourselves believe these stereotypes about ourselves. This effect is called the crab boil effect. It essentially means that you can place a bunch of crabs into a boiling pot without a lid, because as soon as one is able to get out, another one is going to drag it right back down. And this is exactly what's going on in Latin America. We believe these stereotypes. We believe that we're dangerous. We believe that we're stupid. We believe that we're not qualified, just because we were told that that's what Latino is. Now, my family is privileged in Latin America. We are part of the lucky few. Just imagine what someone with less privileges than me can tell you about their Latino experience would they be in my position today. Now, if you notice something from these experiences, you'll start to see the stereotypes stand out. My Aunt Rocio, because of your name, you can't speak English. My Aunt Flor, because of your gender and your nationality, you can't drive. My stepfather Francisco, because of the way you look, you have to work at a car wash. And my mother, because of the place you were born, you can't have the job that you want and are qualified for. Societal change is possible, however, and this is where Apu comes back. The Indian community identified Apu as a harmful character to them. He was a racist representation of an Indian person in America. He was depicted as a scammer, a corner store worker, and he spoke in a racist accent. The Indian community made their voices heard on social media sites, and despite them being called snowflakes or cancel culture mongers or merchants, they made their voices heard. And they managed to get the actor of Apu to step away from the role. Now Apu doesn't have any more speaking lines, and the Indian community feels better represented in media. If there's something that I want you to take away from my talk today, is that you should appreciate that everyone is having an equal human experience to you and deserves the exact same opportunities as you. Our common goal as an international community should be to create a society where everyone feels respected, represented, and celebrated. Thank you very much.